strengthening grants to improve immunization coverage, primary health care. And Warrington voting underway in Australia amid concern over cost of living, housing, others. And in sport, English Premier League club Tottenham set to sign Super Eagles striker Victor Boniface this summer. And now the details. I am Mike James. Over 1 million people across the Lagos metropolis have been connected through the Metro Fiber project targeted at delivering 600 kilometers of optic fiber and ducts for increased digital penetration. Commissioner for Science and Technology Tubosu Alake, who stated this at the 2025 ministerial press briefing to mark the second year of the second term of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu administration, noted that plan is underway to introduce the Lagos State Innovation Bill to make the state science and tech creative-driven economy. Alake said the state, through the Lagos State Science Research and Innovation Council, has funded over 70 researchers, with universities paid 800 million naira in grants for research development and support for over 60 startup capital. According to the Commissioner, the Lagos State Resident Registration Agency, LASRA, has registered over 6 million Lagosians, out of which 4 million people are adults and 2.4 million children, and hopes to increase the figure to 10 million registered residents in the next 2 years. Alake hinted that artificial intelligence-powered chatbots will be launched soon to enhance service delivery in e-governance services, noting that the governor would be able to sign files electronically for automation Lagos Bees.
We are every day strengthening our cyber position. We have the Cybersecurity Council that helps us to drive strategy and policy and helps us to improve the tools that we are using. We are employing more protective gadgets to be able to safeguard a lot of the digital assets that we use. And so our cybersecurity posture is improving. It's not perfect, but it's improving.
The Commissioner promised that 50,000 Lagosians aged between 18 and 35 will be trained in deep tech skills through the Digital Leap program as innovation to urge the youth to become tech problem solvers and take them off the street. Our correspondent Adola Kindele reports that in the year under review, out of 211 ministries, departments and agencies in the state, 192 were evaluated and 232 applications workload captured in tech database. The Office of Transformation, Creativity and Innovation, OTCI, has successfully addressed the overlapping functions between the Ministry of Waterfront and Infrastructure Development and the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Resources, fostering a more streamlined governance structure for Lagos State. During an engagement with both ministries, presentations and in-depth discussions facilitated by OTCI ensured that a clear delineation of responsibilities was established regarding dredging, mining and mineral resources. Speaking at the meeting, Director General of the OTCI, Toyi and Jose Ademuyiwa, emphasized the office's role in ensuring seamless governance and removing obstacles to progress. She highlighted that through collaborative dialogue and a commitment to clarity, a resolution has been reached that empowers both ministries to effectively deliver on their mandates. Imo State Government has commenced the renewed recovery of state-owned lands and assets that have been illegally acquired for encroached upon by private individuals and entities. Commissioner for Lands in the state, Aina Onuigbu, and the Governor's Special Advisor on Monitoring and Compliance, Nze Nwaneri, are at the forefront of this enforcement drive. Onuigbu said the Imo State Government has reiterated its unwavering commitment to reclaiming and protecting all public assets in line with the rule of law and the state's development blueprint. According to him, this renewed recovery effort will be sustained until all illegally acquired government properties are fully recovered. The Commissioner advised all individuals and groups currently in possession of any state-owned land or structure to come forward with legitimate documentation or risk immediate sanctions. And now to the rest of the stories. The federal government has launched the third phase of the Health System Strengthening HSS 3 grant, aimed at improving immunization coverage and primary health care across the country over the next 4 years. Speaking at the launch of the event in Abuja, Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare Ali Pate said the grant, a 303 billion naira initiative, is supported by Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance. Pate described the grant as a strategic contribution aligned with Nigeria's national health priorities, including the Health Sector Renewal Initiative and the Presidential Health Compact signed in December 2023. He praised Gavi's consistent partnership, which has saved millions of lives, helped Nigeria recover from the COVID-19 pandemic, and enabled the introduction of vaccines for HPV, malaria, and Mpox. And now to foreign news. It is election day in Australia, where 18 million voters will decide the next prime minister. Cost of living, crumbling public health care, and unaffordable housing are top of the agenda, even as an unpredictable Trump presidency looms over all of it. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese of the left-leaning Australian Labour Party is seeking a second term, while on the other side is Peter Dutton of the Conservative Liberal National Coalition. Also on the ballot are a range of independents and candidates from the left-wing Greens who could become kingmakers in case of a hung parliament. Official results can take days or even weeks, but unofficial early results from the Electoral Commission usually indicate who will form the next government. Now, sports news. English Premier League side Tottenham has indicated interest to sign Super Eagles striker Victor Boniface from Bayer Leverkusen this summer. The German giant is preparing to sell the Nigerian international if a bid in the region of 43 million euros is lodged in the coming months, having struggled to rediscover the form that spearheaded his current employers to the Bundesliga title last season. Boniface is reportedly willing to leave Leverkusen when Xabi Alonso departs, and Spurs might capitalize on this opportunity. It will be recalled that the Nigerian international saw a big money move to Al Nassr fall through midway through the season, thanks to the Saudi Pro League big spenders opting to land Jean Duran from Aston Villa. And that's it. But just before we go, stay alive, make use of pedestrian bridges where available. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X, Traffic Radio 961, Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs. It's live on YouTube, Traffic Radio 961. I can also visit our website at www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that under the Sanwo-Olu administration, 280 youths were trained in solar farm construction? Well, you can always get details on the Legacy Government website and to end the news. Here are the highlights of the major stories. Over 1 million people across the Lagos metropolis have been connected through the Metro Fiber project, targeted at delivering 600 kilometers of optic fiber and ducts for increased digital penetration. The federal government has launched the third phase of the Health System Strengthening HSS 3 grant, aimed at improving immunization coverage and primary health care across the country over the next 4 years. We also told you it's election day in Australia, where 18 million voters will decide the next prime minister. And then in sports, English Premier League side Tottenham has indicated interest to sign Super Eagles striker Victor Boniface from Bayer Leverkusen this summer. To contact the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Adewale Olukmoroku. My name is Mike James. Good afternoon and thank you for listening.